I thought it would be cool to do a quick tutorial on Indian Club Hearts, one of the real staple movements, the things you'll see the most commonly. They look like this. Usually you'll see them double outside or double inside. I would say most of the time that I see them, it's going to look a little closer. People tend to bring them lower, and it's all good. We can work our way up to all kinds of different heights and variations, which is one of the beautiful things about this. There's all sorts of room for complexity, experimentation, mental calisthenics, all that jazz. So hearts come from a combination of two things. I'm going to do these in parallel, okay? So here's circle one, which is just a straight arm circle. So obviously I can do this as a double inside here, okay? And then our circle two, let's do it as a double inside. If you don't look at the Indian clubs right now, just watch my elbows. You'll see that they're just doing big circles, right? We can do this in parallel too, okay? So again, we've got circle one and we've got circle two. And when we combine these, we get hearts. I'm going to show you these as double inside, right? Here's our double inside heart, one of the things you'll see most often. Actually, when I think about what I see people doing, we're usually doing double outside, and they tend to be lower. I like them high. This is from instruction from Paul Terrace Wolkowinski, who also sort of classified these circles. He is an Australian master of Indian clubs and all things rotational, and I adore him and hope to see him this September in Toronto. I hope you're watching this, Paul. So what we're going to do is, again, we'll take our straight arm circles, right? And if you're not used to doing this, if this isn't beautiful, just let it be. Just work on these for a while, getting that coordination. You'll notice that if I happen to do parallels, I'm rotating my trunk. But since I can't turn two directions at the same time, I'm not going to do that when we're doing double inside or double outside. The circle two, right? So let's say we're doing double outside. I'm just going to drive my fists up. The clubs will come parallel behind my back. I'm going to make this nice rectangle and drive the arms up. So when we combine this with circle one, we get these beautiful hearts that are a lot of fun. Again, once you're a little more proficient at it, you can alternate which arm crosses in front, but I wouldn't recommend that off the bat. Just get consistency, really learn to get a good feel for things in one way, and then we'll add some complexity. So why do I love these things so much? I wouldn't really file them under exercise in the North American sense, because we really tend to think about exercise as being highly intense, highly fatiguing. And I'm not saying I agree with that, but just in terms of the cultural conversation, this is more like daily movement. This is more like walking around, a light bike ride, doing Tai Chi in the park, whatever your form of light, non-intense movement is. And this is of tremendous benefit. First of all, it's flexible. It fits into any nook and cranny in your day, and most of us we don't need more intensity. The common kind of thought is, hey, if I'm really sedentary during the week, I've only got like 2 hours to exercise, I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna be as intense as possible. And the more sedentary I am, the more intense my exercise has to be. That's efficiency. And that is not what I would recommend. That is going to, first of all, we're trying to go really hard off of what is not a very high physiological base. We haven't really built a foundation for it. And it just winds up beating us up and creating a big stress response. And most of us have enough stress in our lives. This stuff, on the other hand, is therapeutic. It is meditative. It regenerates us. It energizes us. It has us feeling better. I don't get all sweaty. I can move on with my day. I don't have to change my clothes. Now, this is my flavor. You might like something different. The reason I love Indian clubs so much is because we've got our basic mobility that's getting ticked off, and then we've also got this sort of layer of complexity of mental calisthenics that we can layer on top of it. So if all you do are circles, you're getting great mobilizing work for your shoulders, elbows, shoulder blades, wrists. But once we add complexity, now we've got something intriguing that we can chase and build off of. And I think it's a really wonderful and powerful thing. I'm somebody, I wish I could tell you, I've been trying to meditate, and I continue to try since I was maybe 16 years old. That's when I started reading like books on Zen, Buddhist meditation, all that. And I have to be honest, it's never really stuck. And I think part of that is I just need more going on to really capture my mind and draw me fully into an experience. And something like Indian clubs does that for me. And that's one of the reasons I love them so much. So I would submit to you that maybe if you've been struggling with meditation and you have a more sedentary lifestyle, maybe you don't need to sit anymore. Maybe meditation would be beneficial, but maybe moving meditation would be even more powerful. So this is something you can take back in. If you have questions about Indian clubs, if you want to know where to get them, if you are starting to use them, holler at me. We are beginning to now get people to put some videos up in we've got a closed Facebook group as well. And you can post to the Dad Strength Facebook private group. And I will be delighted to give you a form check, help you get some support from the rest of the community. Be well.